Greetings from the Black Serpent Clan and the Temple of the Abyss. This is Brother Necro Kenny. I just wanted to do a quick video on, to me, what it is like to be a Dark Lord of the Sith, or a Darth. So first off, I want to state where to be a Sith Lord means that you're willing to do anything and everything to achieve your goals no matter what. It also means that you're willing to learn as much as what is needed so that way you can obtain your goals. It's also taking all of your fears, it's taking everything that would normally cause you duress and turn that into a powerhouse. Such as if you're feeling some pain, you would turn that pain into anger versus crying, and then utilizing that anger to tap into the deep energy resources of what you have. That's why a lot of people are very quick to anger, because that is the energy source that they're quickly able to tap into. Sometimes they don't know how to utilize it properly, so at times, that's when they're upset. They just have a lot of energy storming about them. But when you direct your energy, when you're angry, notice that you get a lot of shit done, and usually very quickly. As an example that I like to use often, such as when a mother is pissed off at her child, she cleans up the house. Notice that house is spotless within 30 minutes to an hour. Her whole focus is cleaning up that house so that way she won't knock that child out, well, especially within the melanated community, get knocked out really quick. If your mom's upset, you're still agitating her, so it's best to either go outside, go in a room, go do something else, versus, getting that force pushed against you. But just utilizing that as an example of taking, the anger and channeling it. So that's another aspect that I see as being a Dark Lord as well, to make sure that you're surpassing all your limitations, making sure that you're looking at the things of what would make you weak and turn it into a strength, such as Darth Bane. As an example, he's taken a lot of his different weaknesses that he had, or things that would have made him weak, and he turned that into a great strength for him. So versus allowing it to hinder him, he made it to where it empowered him, and that's some things that I do with myself too. I look at some of the weaknesses that I have and I turn them into strengths. So versus me crying over, or beating myself up over certain things that would normally be as a weakness, now I look at it and I change my perception. So I change the energy that I'm generating in the first place, and then I'm able to go forward. So another aspect is, like I was saying earlier, moving past your limitations that you set forth for yourself, because the only limitations that exist, honestly, are the ones that you create and the ones that you accept that others have created. Those are the only limitations that actually exist. So when you break your own limitations and you're moving forward, notice that you're gaining more power. Because within the model that I actually go by very often, peace is a lie, there's only passion. Through passion I gain strength. Through strength I gain power. Through power I gain victory. Through victory my chains are broken. So looking at that, passion is actually what drives you. And honestly, there is really no peace. There is only the passion that exists. Peace is only momentary, and there is always chaos, because chaos happens at every moment throughout every portion of the day. Notice how you might even catch yourself saying sometimes there's always something, because it's true. There is always that chaos that's going about it. It's just how you put the order to the chaos. And it is true as well, through strength you do gain power, because if you are self-empowered and you power yourself, then you're able to do things. Because when you feel disempowered, or if you do not apply power to yourself, then that's when nothing actually happens for you. And so when you also notice to where anytime that you are victorious in the midst of whatever it is of what you're choosing to do, notice that energy that you feel, that rush, that bombardment, that extra bit of charge that you're feeling from it. So just even within that motto itself, you set yourself free because you was able to get that victory. So because you were passionate, you put strength to your weaknesses. You was able to make sure that you gain that power of what you needed to empower yourself. And then on top of that, you notice how that you were victorious within the different areas of what you're either trying to develop of yourself or something that you're creating or wanting to experience. You're set free. So literally embodying that aspect helped me to understand more what a Sith Lord or a Dark Lord of the Sith would be. You know, not even implying about the cunning, the guile, taking all necessary steps of what's needed to achieve your goal, no matter the cost. Because in the end, everything has a price, no matter what it is. Your happiness has a price. Even your sadness has a price if you look at it, because you choose within certain various areas of your reality how you're going to react to a situation. And depending on how you're choosing to react to the situation is going to equate to the emotion of what you're going to give to that situation. So that way you can gain said experience. So if you're choosing to be happy, if you're choosing to be angry, if you're choosing to be sad, it is all a choice in the end. It's the ultimate, for me, the ultimatum in the end is either yes or no. Yes, I'm going to react this way, or no, I'm not, ultimately. Because that's it in the end. You're going to choose how you're going to have that experience of what you're going to create from it. So going forth as a Dark Lord of the Sith, and having that understanding of the choice and understanding of what I need to take within myself that's a weakness and to create it as a strength. And if it is a weakness that I cannot create into a strength, then completely and utterly obliterate it. Like, it has to be obliterated so that way it's not standing there. It's not in my way, and it ultimately has no purpose. So why am I going to keep it there if it doesn't have no purpose? This is something that you'd have to go over and look at during introspection. And I highly advise anybody that to do introspection. Like, take the time, sit back, look at yourself. Even in the midst to where, if you're a deep thinker such as myself, just do your best not to go over your extent in regards to thinking, so that way it's not hitting you so hard. So just take yourself a moment if you feel like things are getting jumbled up or everything else. Just give yourself a second. If you meditate, which I highly advise anybody that is walking this left hand path, meditate for just a moment, or quickly bring your attention to something else. Then bring your attention back to the subject at hand later on, so that way you have that understanding. So, but yeah, this was just a quick video to indicate my thoughts and how I think of what a Dark Lord of the Sith would be like. And I do thank everybody that has liked my videos, all the new subscribers. I do thank you guys, and I do want you guys to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, so that way they can come across the channel, it can grow, and I'll give more insight later on in regards to what I'm applying in my life as being a Sith, and how things are actually working out for me and my significant other in various areas. So I do thank you all, and have a good evening.